Hello there. Yes, it has been another month since I last posted a vlog from my AT series, and a lot's been going on in the past month. I was training for a hike last I chatted with you all, and I've since completed said hike and was very successful. So I will have some stories from that trail in the near future. But for now, we have to wrap up this AT vlog series. This week's AT vlog is going to wrap up week 6 and cross into week 7, the days leading up to trail days. Monday, May 9th, 2022 was another incredible day on the AT. The Roan Highlands did not disappoint, and we had the best weather for it. The fog had finally cleared as I got out of my tent at the Roan High Knob shelter. I pack up my things and get ready to head out for the day, excited for what the day holds. The morning is quiet compared to the evening that preceded it, and I take my time packing up and airing things out from yesterday's foggy dew. As the crew in the shelter start to stir, it's time to depart. Dipper and I head down the rocky mile and a half down to Carver's Gap. Yeah. I spend a few minutes chatting with a lasher named Eric while Dipper uses the parking lot toilet. Today is Eric's last day on trail as he is starting a new job as a lawyer soon. We speculate today is a good day to end a journey on. We're just here at Carver's Gap and little welcome to North Carolina sign over there. Just did a little 1.5 mile-ish trek down from Roan High Knob where we stayed last night, and yeah, you're like, oh, we could go up this way, but all this trail mileage we're missing.
I'm already over here now.
Should have a pretty chill day today. It's only
Which is funny because it's been a pretty chilly day so far.
oh Lord. What have I done? Why did I agree to hike with this person? We head up to the top of Round Bald. The first view we see is a cloud-filled valley. We are treated with even more views all around as we hit the top of the second bald of the day, Jane Bald. It's by far the clearest, most beautiful day of views on trail so far. We head into the trees for a brief stretch, stop at Stan Murray Shelter after slogging through 2 downhill miles of mud, and continue on to the third bald of the day, Little Hump Mountain. While admiring the old barn shelter below Little Hump, I hear a girl calling out to Dipper from down the hill. Yahtzee is tall and cute with an athletic build and a friendly smile. There's that girl that came running up the hill. Dipper, is that you? And it was a girl that he had met back at Standing Bear. I don't think I've technically vocalized it on camera yet, but I am considering heading home after the Triple Crown section when Keith comes out here in a few weeks. And so I joked around with him and said, well, we need to find you a new hiking buddy. So I told him go see if you can catch up with her and chat. I'm just kind of hanging back, so it's not doing too hot up there. She's kind of there at the top, and he's still halfway up the hill. No, I shouldn't give him a hard time. So his knee's hurting him a little bit today, so maybe he'll catch her at the top though. That'll be good. I realize I'm like
camera, so you can take any pictures of me you want.
Oh, thank you.
You have a good day.
You too.
What's that on your leg? Can't help but notice.
Oh yes, I know. I'm just it's KT tape for like therapy for my knees.
Yeah?
Yeah. I always feel kind of awkward, like I don't know how to film those kinds of interactions. Bug, get off me. But they're some of my favorites. Just kind of like a brief little interaction with a local person or someone just out on a day hike. They're just gonna stop and acknowledge you, which is kind of nice, and ask you a little question, you know? The pink KT tape on my legs is definitely something that's easy to attract attention, and a lot of people ask about it. So, might put this bad boy away though while I trek up the hill. This leaves me to hike the toughest and final bald of the day, Hump Mountain, alone, and Hump Mountain is no joke. 600 feet up in a mile, and the trail does not switch nicely, just straight up. I finally arrived to the top. A group of some of last night's rowdy crew are there, and one hiker, named Tigger, greets me with a woo! And while those same woos were unwelcome last night, I call back with a woo of my own, throw my pack down, and sit and eat a snack. The day's climbs are done. Down, down, it's time to go. Nearly 2,700 feet in 5 miles to a campsite just short of the highway. The trail is rocky and muddy, making it slow going initially. We're headed down now though, so I can't complain. The views were well worth it. Dipper is not having a good afternoon, with sore knees, a run-in with a low-hanging branch, and struggles while getting water while obviously very thirsty. He tells me to go on without him for a bit so he can gather himself. I trek on alone again, the final 3 miles. The trail smooths out, and I officially end my trail time in North Carolina with the sign indicating such. It's a very quiet and reflective afternoon down to camp as I stop to admire the intriguing rock formations and the way the sun filters through the fresh spring leaves of the surrounding tall trees. I arrive to camp around 4:45, and Dipper arrives around 30 minutes later in a much better mood. We eat dinner and retire to the tents for the night. Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. Good morning, little guys. Hi.
Did you know that chocolate milk comes from brown cows?
We approach Highway 19E less than a mile into our morning trek and encounter some very welcomed trail magic. Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 10th. Getting our first glimpse at the civilization that we could hear in the not too far off distance. Got some folks up here. I wonder what's going on here. Oh man, the sun feels nice. The sun is nice. It looks like we're just crossing the road, surprisingly enough.
Apples, bananas,
Very nice little morning treat. There's a lady down here at the road crossing named Mama Seal, Jean, and she had all sorts of little snacks and stuff. So I crushed a banana and like little Devil's Food squares, and dumped my trash. And yeah, nice way to start the morning. Definitely feel a little bit more fueled for whatever is ahead for us today, and should be a good day. Looking forward to another hike. The weather is beautiful, and the day feels like the epitome of spring.
Oh, look at those blue skies. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Woo! Oh yeah, we sure did walk over all those yesterday, didn't we? Damn.
We hiked through a meadow uphill to views of the balds we had traversed the day prior.
Beautiful scenery, beautiful scenery, beautiful scenery, and awe-inspiring.
5 miles in, and we hit mile 400.
No, I wasn't recording.
The worst.
Well, there I was.
Congrats, folks. Oh. Hooray, team.
This is one of the first days that I recall bumping into Best Friend, a future hiking pal. I recall bumping into him one other time, having a bit of a struggle with some knee pain at a forest road crossing. But this day, he stays and joins our 400-mile marker celebration while I once again boss Dipper around in getting him to take the perfect Instagram-worthy shot.
You're welcome for taking your picture.
I want it from an angle, so stand over there.
Oh, God. It's the whole thing now.
Can you see the 400 in it?
Yeah. And do you want your pack in it, too?
No, that's okay.
Well, it's going to be in it. Can't get it out.
Can you do a portrait?
There we go. There you go.
Nice. Excellent. That'll make for a good photo of the day. Ugh. Oh boy, that's moist.
Yes, I'm
Dipper and I stopped for lunch at Jones Fall, only 0.1 mile off trail and well worth the side trip. Once we leave from there and continue on for the day, we encounter Best Friend, Hot Mess, and Hopper. They invite us to join them for a dip in Elk River, but we have a schedule to keep.
It's very tempting.
And we continue to trek onto our campsite at mile 411.3.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, May 11th, and it's 6:15 a.m. Decided to try our hand at a 10 by 10 this morning. Just kind of a trial run for our long day in a couple of days. It's a pretty morning. How are you feeling about 10 by 10 today?
feeling good.
Yeah? Think it's possible?
No. Maybe. I don't know if I'm fresh enough for it. What? 4 straight days of hiking?
4 straight days. Well, no, this would be day 4, right?
Yeah, no, we're gonna be going downhill. We're up nice and early. I think we can do it.
Yeah. If we can keep like a 2.5 mile per hour rate, then I think it's doable. I think the goal for me was to be out of camp by 5:30, but I was not quite ready to go by then. So that's right, that's why I do the trial run, so kind of learn from how it went this morning and see if there's ways that I could improve or if I need to get up earlier to leave by a particular time. So, but I suppose I should get back to it.
The early morning hike is quite enjoyable. We leapfrog with Smokey the Bear, me using him as a pace marker, trying not to let him get too far ahead, and Dipper chatting with him once we had finally caught up to him as we head down trail. Me, on the other hand, I trek silently, with nothing but 10 by 10 in mind. About a mile from mile 10, I allow myself a moment to rest and collect some water, as it appears clear we will easily make our 10 miles by 10 a.m. I notice a note left on a rock, and as I lean forward to inspect it closer, the rock on the stream's edge I'm standing on shifts, and my feet slip forward. Mile 420, and I blaze it right into the creek. My first fall on trail.
I think we're going to make it, as long as nobody twists an ankle or breaks a leg or something weird.
Or falls in a river.
Or falls in a creek. No, I think we're still gonna make it even if somebody did fall in a creek. I don't know who that person would be, but...
Oh, it was you.
Damn it! Damn it! Nobody saw anything. It wasn't captured. You could have taken a picture. You failed to. Sorry. I don't know what he's talking about.
I was thirsty.
Alright. Time to focus. Hooey.
We continue on another mile and hit mile 10.
We did it! 10 by 10. Actually, it was like 10 by 9:30. It only took us like 3 hours and 50 minutes to do the 10 miles. Oh man, it feels good to be done with 10 miles already this early in the day. Just stopped and had a little break, and now we're going down all this crazy rock business and down to the river where we will proceed to go back up it again. Oh man. Yep. It'll be a little bit slow going for a bit probably.
Down the rocky trail to Laurel Fork and the Laurel Falls. We stop to admire the crashing waves along with the others, Tigger, Yahtzee, Bubbles, Sparkles, Sugar Wolf, and a few others. The next section of trail is really unique, as you walk along a rock wall right beside the river for a short stretch.
By far the most unique little section of trail. Okay. Alright. Alright. Up, 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 up.
After crossing over Laurel Fork a couple of times, we come to the dreaded final climb of the day. Super pointless, up and down through Pond Mountain Wilderness. 1,800 feet elevation gain in 3 miles. I try and distract myself with music as I slowly trudge up the hill. Sit for a few moments at the top to have a snack, then head down the same elevation loss and mileage on the other side down to our destination for the day, Boots Off Hostel.
Oh man. One last climb up to the hostel. You got this, legs. I believe in you. Oh, it's amazing how much easier it is to walk without a bunch of weight on your back. I was like contemplating whether or not I wanted to go down to the lake or not. It was kind of just in my head the whole time we were hiking today, that the moment that I saw the lake, as I was coming off the last climb and down into where this hostel is at, I was just like, I gotta get in that lake. I gotta go for a swim. I need a soak. I need to just float there for a little bit. And yeah, I figured it made sense to go down there because it's not quite 3 o'clock yet, and I'm just like, I've got some time to kill. I'm gonna go down there. I'm just gonna get in with what I'm wearing right now before handing it off to do laundry, and
yeah, and then I'll come back and take a shower and change into my laundry clothes. It's going to be glorious. I am so very excited for it. So. Oh, I did it. I didn't stay in for too long. It was actually pretty chilly, but it felt really good. Oh, felt so good. Now I'm just walking my saggy butt back to the hostel. And yeah, time to take a shower. The rest of the day is spent showering, heading into town to chow down on some McDonald's, sorting through my resupply while chatting with my parents and Keith, and enjoying my candy bar and whiskey that Keith sent to me. Thursday, May 12th, 2022. Day 43 has me waking up in the bunk room, packing up, and wandering the hostel grounds before spotting a young couple with a kitten. I fawn over Goose the kitten after eating my breakfast, and then grab my things and set off for the day. Best friend joins Dipper and I as we set off for our 16-mile day. It is a nice change of pace having a new trail friend to chat with. I don't film much on this day. Good morning. It is Thursday, May 12th. We're out hiking already. It's getting warm over here by the lake. And yeah. It should be a good day. 16 miles, I think, to the shelter.
16 miles uphill.
Yep. Not all uphill.
That's mostly uphill.
Ish.
I feel fine. Like, I've only been hiking for like 4 hours.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Wow.
Cool. That's it down. Right. Get an actual view.
Yeah.
Change. What the hell?
But of course, that means my feet were soaked on the second day on trail, and so I got some really nasty blisters.
Wet socks.
I had to take a 0 and ayahuasca 5 days into the trail because
And yeah, that's not exactly
my feet were like bleeding.
not exactly great for morale.
But I was like, originally I was like, oh okay, Neil Gap is like 30 something miles from the start.
That should be
Probably
like 2
take
days.
me like 3 days, and I did it in 2.
Yeah.
And I was, cause like
We are briefly tempted to hike an additional 4 miles for the day in hopes of getting some pizza at a road crossing with the other group of hikers we frequently come across, but decide to call it a day at our originally planned stop, Iron Mountain Shelter, and eat our usual backpacking meals while winding down for the night. Tomorrow will be the longest day on trail thus far, a marathon mileage planned to get us into Damascus for trail days.